Alright, what up YouTube? Today we're doing a high pressure fuel pump. This is pretty straightforward. All you're gonna do is remove this little thing right here. I already started by unplugging that. We gotta break that loose because it's gonna have pressure on it. So what we got as far as tools, I'm using a 3/4 inch, but I think it's kind of like a 21 millimeter wrench, but I'll let you know in the description. But what we're gonna do is just get everything loose, pop all this stuff loose so we can get it off. So this little safety catch just has to be in a certain position. That's what locks it on to keep it from sliding off. So the new pump, which is right here, it's gonna go in its place. So once I get the cracking a little bit, I'll turn you back on, let you see what I got. Cause there's really nothing to it. You got two bolts here to hold it on in place. But I'm gonna show you how that works. Okay, before you start removing anything, you wanna make sure you got a rag there, something to catch that fuel. That high pressure line has got all the pressure on it. So we're gonna crack that in a second. 3/4. Yeah. So it should be. Yeah. Shut out a little bit. I cracked it earlier. Let's try to bleed it off some. And you get a little funny happy noises. So you get this loose. Slides back off like that. Now for this one. Like that. Push the button till you click, twist, and slides off like that. Sorry y'all didn't see that, but push this button on this side right here, and you got one on the other side. And what I like to do, I push it in, kind of twist on it, then it pops off. Now we got that out the way. Don't mind my toolbox, that's my good one. I think it's a 10 millimeter, let's see what we got. Slide this out the way. Lock on, yep, 10 millimeter. So you need a 3/4 and a 10 millimeter. Once I get that loose, we're gonna go to work. I guess I use my overkill ratchet on this one. Back on. Yep, spillage. But it's pretty minute. So in case you don't understand how this lovely mechanism works, it works off the cam lobe that's inside underneath the valve cover to produce the high pressure that the car needs for the injectors. You'll kind of get a glimpse at it when I get it up. It's a little stiff. There we go. Comes straight up just like that. And this is the old one. A lot of carbon buildup in there. So you look down in there and that's what it is. That's pretty much all that it does. So when I get this one on, I'm gonna show you a little trick. Putting everything back together, which there's not really a trick to it, but you get the idea. Well, let's see if I can do it as a one shot. Got everything lined back up. So when it does go back on, it should has a little pressure because that spring is under pressure from that cam to turn. So what had happened though is what should happen is it should have to press back down into place. Everything matches up from the old one to the new one. Always get it started with your hand before you use any power tools or any tools. That way you know you're not going to cross thread anything and cause more of an issue later on down the road. I love power tools, but there's time and place for everything. I know there's no gasket that goes on there. So what it does, it just goes in and just works, I guess you can say. Lines go back on in reverse. Make sure you squeeze those in so they get back on there. Sometimes it clips. Like that. You hear when the lock's on. If it's not moving, then all you just push that down and hold it in place. And you find this nut that just tried to run away. Run it back up through there. Make sure that's lined up. Kind of like how it is now. Do this by hand as well. I'm going to tighten that up. And that's it. Any other questions, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit me in the comments. And also, you can also check out my Amazon affiliate store, see what else that might be in there that gets you bothered, gets you turned on, or whatever you're gonna call it. All right, later.